Welcome to World Code Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The world's attention is suddenly fixed on Subic Bay, a place once known for its tranquil waters and sleepy port towns. Now it's at the center of a storm brewing in the Pacific, as global powers quietly shift their gaze to this strategic harbor. Headlines from across the globe speculate: is the Philippines building a secret naval base? Newsrooms buzz with theories, and analysts debate what's really happening behind the fences and cranes. It's July 2025 and Subic Bay is alive with activity. Cranes tower over the harbor, construction echoes day and night. The once quiet docks are now a hive of movement, with workers and machines transforming the landscape at a relentless pace. This isn't a routine port upgrade. The scale and secrecy point to a military transformation. Fences topped with barbed wire and signs warning of restricted zones hint at something far more significant than commercial expansion. Trucks with concealed cargo rumble through the gates, their contents hidden from public view. Workers in hard hats reinforce docks, pour concrete, and lay foundations for structures whose purpose is classified, fueling rumors and speculation. Official statements cite economic development, promising new jobs and prosperity for the region. But the presence of naval engineers in crisp uniforms and foreign advisors in business attire tells another story, one of strategic planning and international collaboration. Local fishermen, who have worked these waters for generations, watch as their quiet bay becomes a hub of strategic urgency. Their daily routines are disrupted by the constant hum of construction and the sight of warships on the horizon. Some in the community hope for jobs and prosperity, seeing opportunity in the influx of investment and activity. Others, however, worry that Subic is becoming a pawn in a global power struggle, its fate tied to decisions made far beyond its shores. The Philippines is drawing a line in the deep blue waters of the South China Sea, asserting its presence in contested maritime territory. Warships patrol the horizon, a visible reminder of the nation's resolve to defend its interests. Every new structure rising from the ground is a statement. The nation is preparing for a new era of uncertainty. Steel beams are welded into place and the docks are reinforced to withstand whatever the future may bring. The world may not be watching closely, but the stakes here are enormous. International journalists gather at the perimeter, their cameras trained on the unfolding transformation, trying to capture a story that could reshape the region. Subic's transformation could shape the future of peace and conflict in Asia. In conference rooms, military and government officials debate strategies, aware that every decision made here could ripple across the continent. The air is thick with anticipation. Change is coming and it's coming fast. Workers move with urgency, their actions guided by a sense of purpose that goes beyond mere construction. The work is relentless, shielded from prying eyes. Security guards patrol the perimeter, ensuring that what happens behind the barriers remains a closely guarded secret. Subic Bay is awakening, its strategic value rediscovered in a time of rising tensions. As dawn breaks over the harbor, the world waits to see what role this once sleepy port will play in the unfolding drama of the Asia-Pacific. For decades after the Americans left in 1992, Subic Bay thrived as a commercial free port. The departure of the U.S. Navy marked the end of an era, but it also opened the door to a new chapter. The once militarized coastline transformed into a bustling hub of trade and opportunity, drawing investors, entrepreneurs, and workers from across the Philippines and beyond. The roar of jets faded, replaced by the steady hum of factories and the laughter of tourists. Hotels sprang up along the waterfront, and the airstrip that once launched fighter planes now sat quiet, surrounded by warehouses and assembly lines. Subic became a symbol of economic renewal, a place where people came to build new lives and chase new dreams. But now, the bay's peaceful chapter is closing. The calm mornings and gentle rhythms of commerce are giving way to a new sense of urgency and unease. Fences rise, access tightens, and Navy patrol ships cut through the water with new urgency. Security checkpoints dot the landscape, and the presence of uniformed personnel is impossible to ignore. Drills intensify, and the port's character shifts from commerce to defense. Soldiers march along the docks, and the sound of military exercises echoes across the bay, signaling a dramatic transformation. Subic is rapidly becoming Asia's newest military stronghold. Warships now line the piers where cargo vessels once dominated, and radar domes rise above the treetops, scanning the horizon. The harbor is being upgraded for both Philippine and Allied warships. International partners arrive to coordinate, and the docks are reinforced to handle the weight of modern fleets. Communications arrays and fuel depots are modernized, old bunkers reinforced, and new surveillance systems installed. Every corner of the bay is being prepared for a future that is uncertain, but undeniably strategic. The entire bay is being re-engineered to project power and secure maritime borders. Engineers and planners work around the clock, reshaping Subic into a fortress for the 21st century. This transformation is a gamble, revitalizing the economy but raising the stakes. The promise of jobs and investment is shadowed by the risks of becoming a front line in regional tensions. Subic is once again a strategic prize, preparing for conflict as much as peace. Command centers buzz with activity, and every ship in the harbor stands ready for whatever may come. Its new life is defined by the very threats it was built to deter. Subic Bay stands at the crossroads of history, its future uncertain but its importance undeniable. Subic Bay's strategic value was forged over nearly a century as a major U.S. naval base. From the early 1900s, the United States recognized Subic's unique geography, its deep protected harbor and proximity to key Asian sea lanes, making it an ideal location for a military stronghold. Its deep, sheltered waters made it the Pacific's logistical hub, supporting American fleets through World War II, the Cold War, and Vietnam. Subic became a lifeline for countless operations, where ships were repaired, resupplied, and readied for missions that shaped the course of history. The base was a city unto itself, blending American and Filipino cultures and providing thousands of jobs. Families from both nations lived side by side, sharing traditions, food, and daily life, creating a unique community spirit that still echoes today. Subic's shipyards and skilled workforce became legendary. Filipino craftsmen gained a reputation for excellence, building and maintaining some of the world's most advanced naval vessels, and passing down their expertise through generations. The sight of massive aircraft carriers and the thunderous sound of fighter jets were part of daily life, a constant reminder of Subic's vital role in global security and the ever-present American military might. Subic allowed the U.S. to project power across Asia, shaping the region's security landscape for decades. From this base, the U.S. Navy could respond rapidly to crises, deter threats, and support allies throughout the Pacific Rim. Its legacy of infrastructure and expertise endures. Even after the U.S. departure, the massive docks, hangars, and workshops remain, standing as silent witnesses to a transformative era. Today, those same fundamentals make Subic's revival so significant. The shipyards are once again bustling, now driven by Filipino innovation and ambition, attracting new industries and global partners. The bay's geography and skilled labor remain unmatched, offering a foundation for economic growth and regional influence that few other ports can rival. The echoes of the past are now a blueprint for the future, as Subic Bay reinvents itself, honoring its American legacy while forging a new chapter in Philippine progress and pride. The American era at Subic ended abruptly in 1992, after Mount Pinatubo's eruption and a Senate vote for U.S. withdrawal. The base fell silent, and Olongapo's economy collapsed overnight. Thousands lost jobs, the city's future looked bleak, yet Filipino resilience prevailed. Led by local leaders, volunteers transformed the abandoned base into a commercial free port. Companies like FedEx moved in and Subic became a symbol of post-military success. For years, commerce thrived, but the region's security landscape was shifting. The U.S. security umbrella was gone and new threats emerged. Subic's prosperity rested on fragile regional stability. The silence was only temporary. As tensions rose, Subic's strategic value resurfaced. The bay was destined to serve a greater purpose once again. Its transformation was inevitable. Subic's revival is a direct response to China's aggressive moves in the South China Sea. Artificial islands, military outposts, and harassment of Filipino vessels have changed the region's security dynamics. The Philippines, once focused on internal threats, now faces urgent external challenges. Modernization is no longer optional, it's a necessity. Subic's location is ideal for rapid response to flashpoints like Scarborough Shoal. A fleet based here can deter aggression and maintain a persistent presence. The bay's rebirth is Manila's answer to growing intimidation. Subic is now the front line in defending Philippine sovereignty. The stakes have never been higher. Subic Bay is being transformed into a modern naval fortress. Dredging and dock reinforcement allow for new warships and allied vessels. State-of-the-art command centers integrate satellite and radar data for real-time awareness. Secure fuel and munition storage ensure sustained operations. Training programs and specialized schools are reviving the bay's legacy of expertise. The urgency is driven by daily threats in the West Philippine Sea. National funds and allied support are accelerating the project. Every upgrade is a piece of a comprehensive shield. Subic is more than a base, it's a symbol of Philippine resolve. The bay is being rebuilt for the challenges of the 21st century. The Philippines isn't rebuilding Subic alone. The US provides funding, expertise, and technology under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. American and Filipino engineers work side by side. Japan supplies patrol vessels, radar systems, and infrastructure support. Australia increases joint exercises using Subic as a key hub. Even France and the UK send naval vessels for regional operations. Subic is becoming a hub for a multinational security network. Allied presence enhances deterrence and complicates adversaries' calculations. The bay is now a symbol of international solidarity in the Indo-Pacific. Subic Bay's location offers unmatched access to the South China Sea. Its deep, sheltered harbor can host the largest warships, protected by surrounding mountains. Unlike other regional ports, Subic's size and geography make it a logistical powerhouse. American-built infrastructure and a skilled local workforce provide rapid ship repair and support. No other Southeast Asian base combines these strengths. Subic is the strategic linchpin for Philippine and Allied defense. Its revival fills a critical gap in regional security. As tensions rise, Subic's importance as a stabilizing force is undeniable. Subic's militarization strengthens Philippine security, but brings new risks. A strong base deters aggression and boosts national pride. Yet, heavy foreign involvement revives debates about sovereignty and independence. Critics fear entanglement in great power rivalries, especially between the US and China. Subic could become a target or escalate tensions. The Philippines must balance deterrence with caution, avoiding provocation. Inaction has proven perilous, but modernization carries its own dangers. Subic's rise is a calculated gamble for peace and security. Will it keep the peace or become a flashpoint? The fate of the region may hinge on what happens here.